current role in the music industry, currently resides at Copro Records, but let's take a step back to the early days of Gomorrah. Just talk us through what the initial goal was and how it went. Was it sort of the idea of getting famous and making money, or was it just for fun?
Yeah, it started off probably late 80s, 88, 1988, 89, after me and Jose went to Monsters of Rock up in Donegal to see I think Iron Maiden headline at the time, and Guns N' Roses, their first UK appearance. Just experiencing the whole festival scene and the reactions of the crowd. It's like we wanted to start a band. We started the band initially for fame, just get out and get ourselves known, and money probably was a second thought. So yeah.
Okay, well, sort of looking at those huge bands, like you say, Iron Maiden and Guns N' Roses, how was it to sort of compete with that, being a new band? What were the opportunities that you were given?
Opportunities at the time were pretty thin on the ground. It was all what you could do for yourself, self-promotion, using things like fanzines, magazines, tape trading, you know, bearing in mind late 80s, early 90s was sort of pre-internet days. So yeah, a lot of self-publication, doing tours, gigging up and down the country, to the point where you played every dive in the country, and it's got bigger and bigger and better till we started touring, going abroad to Europe, headlining festivals, going to America, headlining famous places. I mean, the Marquee Club in London, we headlined that numerous times. Making videos, seeing yourself on TV. It all stemmed from nothing, and the ultimate goal was fame, which to a certain degree we achieved.
Okay, well, sort of taking those steps that you took and putting them into the now, what are the chances that Gomorrah would make it starting today?
Probably even more so with the help of modern technology. I mean, the internet, media. I think there's a lot more opportunities to get yourself known. YouTube, you know, all those sorts of things. But it still boils down to dedication. When you get five good mates who are dedicated to what they're doing, and not just having a laugh, mucking about, take it serious. And I think nowadays, as hard as it would be, it would be easier, I think, just for the using modern technology.
Okay, well, looking at being a businessman now, so putting the Copro Records hat on, what are the opportunities that you give to bands now? What do you offer them?
We offer, I mean, bands with a proven record that have got a good fan base, that have established themselves on the touring scene. We release albums with set budgets in mind. I mean, it could be anything from 25,000 to 50,000 to promote and publicise a good release. On the flip side, because there's so many good bands out there and the budget is limited, we derived a sort of a different label, a different approach to things. Whereas Casket Music is a self-finance label, so the bands that want to put themselves out show their dedication by paying for their own printing, their own CDs, and much of their own publication and promotion. We do it through the label, set up distribution worldwide, and take a percentage.
Yeah. And is the way you're doing things? Do you find it's effective, or do you find that there's a better way to do it?
Lots of bands, don't forget, as knowledgeable as they are, and modern days, and it's easier to understand the way things work. But lots of people are still need that label backup, an established label name with worldwide distribution. Just takes the band to the next level. I mean, any band can record themselves, stick themselves on the internet, sell a few CDs at gigs, but to take the next step up, you need an established label, an established brand to just to help you push up a little bit further.
Okay, and the bands that you've worked with previously, Earth Tone 9, Forever Never, Panic Cell, those are really big names. And what was it that actually got them to that point of fame and you know, being noticed? But what was it that you did to take part of that?
We've got in with them probably in the early days of their career. It's a band with self-belief, dedication, talent. Obviously, goes a long way. Again, it's working together. It's working for the same goal. Just working round the clock, getting the name out, getting the music pushed out, getting the press aware of what they're doing, where they're doing it, building a decent fan base. And it's just, for every success story, like you mentioned a few bands there, for everyone that does something really decent, there's probably 10 bands that don't, or more. They fall by the wayside just through lack of dedication. So to work it well with the good bands, we work with them, they work with us, and the end result speaks for itself.
Okay, and finally, what do you see as the future of the music industry? What do you see that could potentially happen in years to come?
It's hard to say, isn't it? I think it'd be more directed to self-releases, the way with modern digital technology. The more bands get to know how to do it, it maybe won't need so much of a label presence, a label backup. But who's to know? It's you can't. Well, if anyone could predict the future, I think we'd all be sitting pretty. So
Okay,
time will tell.
great. Thank you very much.